Hi everyone, it's me again, Gareth. You might remember last week we did a video on, I did a video on making paper roses. Today I thought I'd follow the similar theme and go ahead and show you how to make one of these, which is paper lavender. Seems to have put myself into a corner with the amount of craft that I'm doing, but I'm quite happy doing some craft. It's one of the things that I'm quite comfortable doing, quite happy to do, and I'm hoping by the end of this I'm going to have enough resources and things to be able to make my daughter a nice paper bouquet for her room. I'm actually broadcasting from her room at the moment. Look around, so if you see any teddies or unicorns or children's books, princess costumes on the corner, then that's why. It's not my room, I'd like to say. Hi Andy, hi Catherine, hi Kirsty. As you can see, my daughter's a big fan of flowers. There's a couple of daffodils she's got in there, so I thought it'd be quite nice to link the two up, and hopefully yourselves as well will be able to make a nice bouquet. If you follow the rose video, it's still up, you can see that. And like I say, if you've got no access to outdoors or no garden space, these hopefully should last a long time. So I'm going to just move the camera up so we can see what we're doing. George had put a post on this morning to say what you'd need. I'm hoping that you guys will have some stuff there. That's better, you can't see me now. Ooh, tripod's a bit dodgy. So, what we said we'd need this morning is some A4 coloured paper, preferably green if you've got some, and any other colour. I've got a nice sort of purpley lavendery colour. I didn't actually have any A4 paper myself, but fortunately I've got nice big rolls of wrapping paper, so it can be done with pretty much any of these, which you just cut out an A4 sheet on. Okay, so anyway, so yeah, what we're going to need a couple of sheets of A4 paper, nice colours. We will need a ruler, some scissors, and a pencil or pen, and possibly a bit of free advertising then from local Chinese. Something long and thin. You can use a knitting needle, I think Tanya said last week. Sorry Georgina, I've just seen your comment. No, it's definitely not my room. My room's far more sparkly than this one. Yeah, you want something long and thin. Someone, I think Tanya said last week, she was using a knitting needle. I've got a chopstick. Potentially could use a pencil as well. So there's definitely options for it. So anyone's just joining, that's what we're making today. Paper lavender. One I prepared earlier. So if we start with your green sheet of paper, can you all see okay? Hello Wayne, good to see you. I'm hoping you can all see that okay. I can't see the screen particularly well, but so what you want to do is start with your chopstick or your knitting needle or anything you've got to hand, and start rolling around the paper. That's going to make your stalk. Interestingly, I didn't actually do a stalk for the roses last week, and this is what I probably would have put onto the roses. So if you've still got some paper roses that are just currently just the head and the petal parts, you can probably make one like this for your roses that you made last week as well. Or like I say, you can catch up on that video at some point and build a whole bouquet. So you want to keep rolling all the way round. That was the other thing I didn't mention, we need glue. Hi Tanya. That's right. Maybe we can catch up on it at some other point. Again, like I say, I'd really love to see all your comments. Tanya made an amazing rose last week. She definitely put my one to shame. So please do, if you're making alongside or you're watching it later and making back, then please do share your pictures in your comments. I'd be really interested to see them. I love your comment there, Wayne. I'm not that great with indoor plants myself, so hopefully these ones will stay alive a bit longer. So when you get to the end of your bit that you just rolled up, pop a dab of glue on the edge, keep rolling to get that nicely firmly stuck. I'm going to pull out, if you can, easier said than done, pull out the chopstick or whatever you just used to make your stalk. Hiya Tracy. And then I'm going to square off those edges. So just chop it on there and chop it on there. So nice long green stalk. Put that on there. Hopefully you can still see that. Okay. So that's pretty much that done. You can like I say, you can use that for your roses last week as well. That's a good little tip. Hoping by the end of this, like I say, we'll have a nice nice bouquet of paper flowers going. So you pop that to one side and grab your sheet of coloured paper. This works really well with pretty much any colour. If you've only got white, you can use white as well. I'll post a picture later. There's several sort of options you can use. But from that A4 sheet of paper, you want to cut out a rectangular section, which will be 8 centimetres across. So get your ruler. Don't try and draw a pencil line with a chopstick. Measure top and bottom, 8 centimetres across. Draw your line down and cut that one out. So you can put your big bit aside, keep out the one that's going to be about 29 centimetres long, basically the length of an A4 sheet of paper, 8 centimetres across, and then fold it across the middle. So as you can see, you've got the fold at the top there. If you keep the fold at the top where the open bit of the flap is, so you've got the fold, you've got the fold at the bottom, you've got the open flap at the top. Grab your ruler again, or anything straight. You can use a placemat or anything like that if you haven't got a ruler. And you want to draw a line, preferably in pencil because then it doesn't show up on the final thing, but I'm going to use a Sharpie so you can see. Hi Eileen, we'd love to have you in the quiz later. Either myself or someone else will put a comment up. I think there is a post already that's gone up about the quiz. If you look through the Trust Links Live page, hopefully all the details that you need are on there, but I will repost again in reply to your comment so you're able to join. I shouldn't be going on too much later than about 11:30 with this, so we can get the information and have a nice bit of healthy competition over lunchtime. So I'm hoping you can see that. So you're drawing a nice line, probably about 0.5 centimetre from the top of the open flap. Hello Keith, that's my dad if anyone's wondering. Always a big supporter. So you've got your folded bit of paper, you've drawn your line across. So what you want to do now is get your pair of scissors, and all the way along we're going to make cut marks which go up to that line. These don't have to be too accurate, but you want to make them fairly, I don't know if you can see that, fairly thin, fairly evenly spaced. I did a test run of this last night to make the one that I showed you earlier, and my wife commented that every time I cut something out or I'm concentrating, I tend to stick my tongue out. So it's just as well that you can't see my face at the moment, because my concentration face is not particularly attractive. So you're going to go all the way across. You can see that, okay? Still cutting up to the line. So if anyone is making as you're going along, please feel free to post the comments afterwards. I really like to see what people have done with it. Hopefully you get a variety of colours. So just trying to get a nice activity that is quite mindful and peaceful, but also adds a bit of colour to people's homes as well. Hi and there, yeah, I did used to enjoy watching Blue Peter. Strange enough, Matt mentioned that on one of my last videos to say about Blue Peter badges, but I've got my trusty Trust Links badge on today instead, which I thought was a good substitute. Also really enjoyed watching Tony Hart. I'm giving away my age now. And I had the bright idea yesterday that I really wanted to do like a big art attack, like Neil Buchanan used to do an art attack. So set up the camera on the balcony out here. We've got a balcony on top of the flat roof of the kitchen, and make something huge out of sheets and washing up gloves and whatever else he used to do things with in the garden. But I'm not sure I have the the capability to do that, or the materials either particularly. But so we are still going all along that line, all along your strip of paper, cutting up to the line. I'm not sure how to take that comment, Clive. I don't know if that's the clever pun on the fact that I'm folding paper. I hope you and Sue are keeping well. If you're joining in, I'd love to see your creations as well. So as you can see, we're coming to the end of the strip of paper now. You get a nice fan effect where you're cutting your lines. Okay. Yes, to a big heart attack. Yeah, it would be good, Tanya. I may have to pre-record that one, but if I can do it, I would absolutely love to. Even just for my own amusement. So that's where we're left with now. As you can see, I made a bit of a blunder. I accidentally cut that bit off, but it shouldn't make too much of a difference the whole way across. So alright, so yes, so you want to then unfold it with the fold facing up, so you've got a bit of a tunnel going. Just push it down as best you can, try not to damage the bits that you just cut out. Grab your glue stick or PVA, and along the line that you've drawn, on the bit that you haven't cut, you put a nice big bit of glue the whole way across. Spread that bit out a bit. So you've got your nice line of glue all the way across there. And you want to grab the other side and carefully stick that side to the bit you've just glued. So this can be a bit fiddly. You want to make sure that that folded bit definitely goes all the way in, so you don't tangle up any of these bits that you've cut. Hi Georgina, we'll post the link to the quiz. Quiz is at 12 o'clock today if anyone's interested. It's £3 to join. It's a bit of a fundraiser for Trust Links, but also incredibly fun, highly competitive, especially between the staff. There is a post already on Trust Links Live about it. I think it was probably just below the live one that I'm doing at the moment. But like I say, I'll post in the comments. I don't know if Georgia's watching, or possibly Andy's watching at the moment. If you can post a link for me while you're on this, that would be super helpful. So we've gone along the whole line there and stuck that back down. So as you can see, we've got all of those frilly bits coming out. It's like a little comb or a moustache. Again, we'll put that next to your stalk. So if we go back to a bit of green paper, you should have either some left over or another piece, and from that, if you cut out another rectangular bit which is 8 centimeters by 7 centimeters, it doesn't have to be exact, and we're just going to make your leaves before we put this all together. So for your leaves, grab your scissors and chop out some triangular shapes. All the way along. Similarly to the cuts that you were doing, if you leave a sort of half a centimetre to a centimetre gap, these don't have to be exact. They can you can do some longer ones, shorter ones. you go. So remove any sort of loose bits. And very quickly just roll them all around your pencil so they'll be slightly curved. You can do it on the edge of your scissors just to give it a bit of a curve. There we are. So now we should have everything we need to put these together. So you've got the stalk that you made originally. You have your nice paper comb, which is going to make your petals. Hi Roz, nice to see you. And sorry, got distracted then. So we've got the you've got your stalk, you've got your paper comb, and you've got your leaves. So if you grab your stalk and start from the top, right at the very top on your tip there, if you put a nice big splodge of glue and grab the very edge of your comb and start wrapping it round. If you stick it at the top where the glue starts, and then gradually as you're rolling it round, if you keep hold of the stalk in one hand, the comb in the other hand, but gradually layer it so as you can hopefully see where you're rolling it is going further and further down the stalk. Hi Marie, nice to see you, hope you're keeping well. Okay, so when you get to the very edge, you've got a little bit left over, pop a bit of glue on there and just secure that into place. You can have a bit of a play around, you can move that up and down just to get the spacing out. But I'm quite happy with that as it is, so I'm going to stick that down. You can fan out some of the loops as well. So we're almost done. Thank you, Roz. That's brilliant. If anyone wants to get involved in the quiz, Roz has just posted a comment with the link. You will need to register to play before 12 noon today. So I'm going to be on for another 5-ish minutes while I attach these leaves. So if you all head over to that link that Roz has just posted, it'll be good to see you on there at 12 o'clock. Prizes to be had for the first, for the top 3 people. So well worth having a go, just for a bit of fun over a Friday lunchtime. So as you can just hopefully saw, I grabbed the bits of leaves that we made earlier. Frustratingly, I've actually glued the wrong side, but never mind. So you want to put the glue on the side where the leaves are sticking downwards rather than upwards. As you remember, we curled them a minute ago. So I'm going to try and curl them the other way before I stick these on. And you put glue all along that edge. So grab your flower you just made, or your lavender. And from the bottom of where your coloured bit, the top bit of the lavender starts, can start rolling it round and gluing it down. The leaves should start sticking out in all directions. We can play around with the configuration a bit later, but just roll that round. Make sure you don't stick it to any leaves that are already sticking out. I can hear the children having a bit of a play in the garden. I'm not sure if you can hear that as well. The window's open above me. But they're out watering the plants at the moment. So there. So you can have a bit of a play around afterwards as to where these leaves are going to go and how they stick out. And there you have it. You've got your paper lavender. Like I say, if you made the roses last week, you can add them to that. Get a nice bouquet going. These work really well with all sorts of different colours. You can experiment with pinks, purples, blues. Yellow actually works quite nice as well. So you can make your own little paper bouquets. If you haven't made the roses from last week, go back and watch it. They're also quite easy and therapeutic to make as well. And like I say, maybe next week I'll either do another flower, or if you've got any other ideas we can go with, please let me know. I'd love to see your things in the comments. I was at some point, so I'm just adjusting the camera. See my face again now. I was at some point also looking to do some folded book art. Something that I really enjoy doing. It is quite time consuming, but at the same time, what have we got if not time at the moment? So I may at some point do a tutorial on how to make similar things to this. I don't know if you can see that. I made that for my daughter when she was first born. So if people are interested in doing that, let me know in the comments as well, and I can pop together a nice little tutorial for that to do live. Good stuff for us. Good that we got some ideas. Like I say, there's your paper lavender, which would make a nice little bouquet. Anyway, I've still got 9 people watching. It's nice to see you all. I don't think I've missed any of the comments. If I haven't said hello to you in person, I do apologise, but it's been really nice to see you all. And I will probably see you again next Friday. Take care. Bye.